You want to know what I find ridiculous? And I feel it is a really a waste of taxpayers' time and dollars, is the fact that d.c.f. wants to investigate people who don't abuse their children, who evidently, somebody says, do abuse their children that really don't. Then they have the right to hold my kids beyond lunch at school for 2.5 hours, make my kids miss lunch with the sheriff's department, which I feel is child neglect, not on my end, but on their end. And then they want to have a d.c.f. worker who don't know if my children are allergic to any kind of food run to Sonic and buy them food because they missed lunch. Now, don't get me wrong. I am greatly appreciative of this lady because she did buy my kids lunch, but it's child endangerment because she did not know whether my kids had food allergies or not. Next thing you know, I could have been getting a phone call at the hospital saying my kid is in a coma or some kind of shock or something. And now these guys are still running around acting like we're still in the wrong and there's nothing wrong with them. Well, we'll see what happens when a lawyer decides to get a hold of these guys, because I am truthfully fed the hell up with them. I showed the lady when she brought the police to my house that there are no bruises on my kids, but yet she still is not dropping the investigation and then telling me I live in a bad neighborhood. I ought to move. Well, woman, you want me to move? Why don't you start paying my bills so that way I can move? Because right at this point in time, what I have and where I live is a good house over my kids' head, and there's lights, water, and food in the house. Okay, there's no neglect there. They're not being abused. But then these guys want to still tell me I have to take parental classes? For what? I think d.c.f. is well overstepping their boundaries. And if any other parents out there in this world feel the same way, maybe they ought to get a hold of a lawyer and see what they have to say.